What's up everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today we have Arkham Knight and Gotham Knight, and we're going to be looking at some combat differences in real time. Now bear with me, I'm recording this via OBS. I had to fire up both instances of both games on my computer. I have the Epic Games version of Gotham Knights and it was given away for free, so that's the one I'm running. I haven't had any stats on there. I said Gotham Knights, sorry, Arkham Knights, and then Gotham Knights is my Steam version. So we have Batgirl here. She's on the side of the road here on the streets about to beat up some thugs. And then also in Arkham Knight, Batgirl is in the Iceberg Lounge, also about to beat up some thugs. Now, the biggest and most fundamental difference surrounding both games in regard to how they actually execute combat is a matter of, say, you know, the style and the design of everything, you know, in terms of how they go ahead to pull it off. For many people, they like the free flow combat. For some people, they don't like the free flow combat. I've found out that I'm in a position where I actually do like both of them, and there is an aspect of mastery to both combat systems. So as to, you know, basically just go ahead and start, let's go ahead and start looking at Arkham's free flow combat system. Bad guys are coming your way, bam, bam, and you do almost a QTE and then you counter, where each counter basically is picking up an array of different possible animations based on the scenario or different actions. And then you can also do timed attacks as well. You could do, let me start that again. You could also do timed attacks, timed counters, and also use your counters to throw an enemy NPC to a specific direction. So even though the counter system seems like a QTE system, it is actually much deeper than that because there are so many aspects to it that you can actually go with. So with this guy here, and then you hit with the Batarang. So your enemy types and your enemy states are also very important here, because in Arkham Knight, these enemies will try to run at you. And so you make sure that you can either dodge that or you can actually counter it, but you can only counter it with a Batarang or maybe with some other ability or something. And there we go. So if you try to do maybe a weapon, you know, the thing that basically you use to actually compromise their weapons. Let me see. Then she can do a takedown like this. See, that's a throw. And then this enemy NPC that has a shock vest, you use your grapple. Come here. I don't like these doctors. They keep causing trouble for you. And then you can also use environment takedowns as well. And I take that shock baton, I compromise it, break it. So dodge, dodge, So you can use a lot of these different systems to your advantage, and that's what Arkham games give you. In reality, I should have broken that shield, but it's okay. Come here. And then you break the shield. You can use the same to compromise as well. And every time your animation slows down in this game, you're using it to think. That's what Arkham Combat wanted you to do. It wanted you to actually think in real time, so that when you're playing the game, you know, you kind of know, oh, there it is, I missed. You kind of know what to do. And sometimes you can get tunnel visioned and forget that, you know, you're supposed to be playing this game. So that's one aspect of that combat, or at least a bunch of aspects of the combat as you're going. Everything is a question being asked to you in real time, and all you're doing is answering those questions in real time. How am I going to deal with all these thugs? Now, the difference too is the Arkham games were designed to actually make you feel strong in the midst of a whole bunch of people, so that you can just feel like a, you know, like a wizard. In Gotham Knights, nonetheless, it takes an RPG approach that's, you know, very different in my opinion. It does have enemy NPC types that you have to actually pay very close attention to. Like if you look here, depending on the faction, you have these heavies that are shield heavies. You have a guy with a gun, with his projectile weapon. You have this enemy NPC that revives others, which is kind of similar. You also have this enemy NPC in yellow that actually dodges a little bit, kind of similar to that dodgy ninja style enemy NPC that was in Arkham Origins. And then you have just this heavy boss that pretty much does not back down easily. They can block. So this has actually a lot of really strong enemy NPCs all together in one place. I won't be surprised if they actually take me out. Now, let's get into combat. So I target the heavy. Oh, I didn't look. See, I didn't look carefully. That yellow. Back to the heavy. I'm fortunate that is only. Check this out. Dodge, dodge. It's gonna, dodge. Those biggies help me. Dodge. 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 He does 2 attacks. So you gotta know what each enemy NPC is trying to do. Dodge. Now go. See? So with the targeting, when you're getting targeted, you can use it to you. See that? You can use it to your advantage. You don't have to be the butt of the joke. You can actually use the targeting to your own. I don't know. It's a very different combat system that causes you to, you know, start looking at combat the very same way, in a different way actually. But, ooh, I didn't know this guy had that big old thing. Dodge, dodge, dodge. I want to put him in the line of sight of enemy NPCs that are, you know, basically targeting me. So I'm using their own faction against them. And then if I get overwhelmed, ooh, I didn't see that coming till late. And I'm not doing my timed attacks. Oh, there it is. I got it in, but this guy blocked. There it is. Dodge. Now I'm going to do an AoE attack so that everybody out here eats damage. I wanted him to hit his own guy, but dodge, 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 dodge. You just have to kind of figure out like how these enemy NPCs work, and then before you know, you find out that, man, there's a lot of thinking, see, that goes into the way the combat works. Another AoE attack. This guy's about to hit me, and then I did that. So I'm using that to always like kind of target and also dodge. I made a video on how to use Batgirl's AoE to dodge. He's about to hit me. Another AoE attack so he doesn't hit me, see? Because I knew he was going to do that BS move at that point. Dodge. Projectile. Dodge. Hit him with that. There he is. He's gone. All right. Now to the big lady. So there is kind of a layering as well. There's another NPC there. Again. Ooh. It hit me, but I didn't dodge it on time. I was going to use it, but I guess this enemy NPC, I didn't pay very close attention. They're of the kinds that basically launch their projectile at you. That sucked. Oof. Oh, I better heal. Yeah, these ones just do whatever it is they want to do. Oh, I also forgot. I have this move. Ooh. See, they just kamikaze themselves. So I'm just going to spam them projectiles. Now I can face this lady. Projectile. I wasted that. I was not wanting to do that. And she's dead. So there's a side to thinking about the way the combat works, and this wasn't actually even a high-paced, you know, setup. Like there weren't a lot of enemy NPCs that were chasing me down, trying to basically deal with me. I had enough room. Sometimes when you're tight in a tight space, you know, it gets really weird, and enemy NPCs are all over you. But it doesn't mean that, you know, in my opinion, anyways, that one combat setup is better than the other. Again, like I said, there are 2 different combat systems, and one of them requires that you use a whole bunch of tools, and you do get stronger as you're using those tools. One of them requires a lot more skill, in a sense, like, you know, Gotham Knights requires a bigger library, in a sense. In terms of Arkham Knight, it requires for you to think as fast as you possibly can. Give me that baton. So it's just like I'm just tapping buttons like crazy. I want that. Give me that. Come here. Man, you come here. You die because you decided to. Don't hit me. Come here. Give me that knife. You know, the shock vests continue to happen, so you're always doing everything in real time. So everything is so fast-paced in the Arkham games. So there are different combat styles overall. See, I stylishly dodged that. I was kind of lucky there. I didn't intend to do that, but you know, all the button. See, I got hit too many commands at the same time. You know, so the difficulty eventually starts to grow with you having to answer these questions as quickly as possible. And that's where the Arkham games kind of like excel as well too. What in the world? Oh, there. I was wondering, what did he do? You know what I mean? So you get to basically choose how you want to, you know, encounter and how you want to approach the game. But overall, I think the Gotham Knights combat system, you know, it should not be, in a sense, pointed as, oh, but it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that. It has a lot of tools that you can use to pretty much, you know, allow for the combat to get deep and allow for the combat to be enjoyable to you. And if you think the combat is not really that, you know, this or that, well, just turn the difficulty up or go play a mission that is actually a little bit more difficult and see how well you're acquainted with the different, you know, tools that you have on hand. So, just wanted to point that comparison, not giving anybody, you know, scores or whatever it is. Just saying that both combat systems are different and they're both enjoyable the more you continue to play them. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys' time and audience, and hopefully we'll talk pretty soon in another one. Peace out.